This is what we're making today. Now, isn't this the most adorable thing? It's just adorable. I love it, front and back. This kit, you will pull out your fabric and you can unroll it, and you will find the pieces are cut already according to what you will find in this book, and it's called Simple, Fun, and Quickly Done. Now, you have a choice. You can put your colors together however you want. So you could put the navy blue with the pink, or you can put the turquoise with the red, or vice versa, however, whatever you like. I like this with this. Now, I don't know how you guys like to sew your seams together. Some people like to pin. I don't really so much love to pin. I'm using kind of a brown thread so you can see what I'm doing, but you could choose whatever kind of thread that you would like to do. But pinning is, a lot of people like to pin, a lot of people don't like to pin. I keep my fabric straight, I keep myself lined up. I'm gonna set a couple of anchoring stitches, and I'm going to make sure that my fabric stays in line. I'm not pulling it, I'm just letting the machine run as it goes. And then when I get to where I know that it was in line, I'm going to check here quickly, make sure that it's still in line, and keep on going. Now, if you pinned it all the way, then you would want to make sure that you remove the pins as you come up to them and don't sew over them. That was something we used to do in the day, but we don't do that anymore. Now you're going to do that to both of those. Make sure that when you're done with your seam that you are pressing the seam open. Make sure when you're setting your seams that you don't pull the fabric, that you just very gently set the seam. You don't want to distort your seam or your fabric prints. Okay, there we go. So now we've sewn together our two 4.5 inch and 9.5 inch strips. We have our red and our turquoise, and we have our pink and our navy blue. Okay, so we have sewn each of our strips together. We have pressed and completed our seams to the darker side. And now what we need to do is we're going to cut strips from each one of these 8 inches, 6 inches, and 4 inches. So when we've cut our sections, we will have them, each section will look like this, and we rearrange them so that they're in a pleasing manner to the eye. And so it's every third section will kind of be similar in their arrangement, and then we sew them together with our border, which we've selected for our kits to be this nice brown color. And so we'll have these and we'll sew them together, and then we bind them, and it's then where it's a done deal. That's why they're simple, fun, and quickly done. So here we are back at the sewing area, and we have cut our strips into 3 different lengths, 8 inches, 6 inches, and 4 inches. So now that one, and you know, so on. So sew on, sewing on. Oh, that didn't even, just came out natural. All right, so we've got this, and we've got that, and we've got this, and we've got that, and then we have a turquoise one, and we'll put that one there. That looks, I think that looks good, don't you? And then, oh, well, it's hard when you can't talk back, but I'm sure you think it looks good too. All right, so that's there we have it. We've got our strips looking good. And so now what we're gonna do is we are going to take, included in your packet are these strips that we are going to use to sew these together. So we're going to take these and we are going to place them along each one of these strips, and we're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam down here. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a few, ooh, maybe I'll back up a little bit here. There we go. Take a few stitches to tie that baby down. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to make sure that it's straight, which it is, and move on. So there we go. So we've got this sewn together. Then we're going to take our next strip. Now, warning, warning, warning. Check and make sure that you sew this the way that not only 2 right sides together, but that you sew this side down at the bottom the way that you want it arranged. Okay, so here we are. We've got our table runner all pieced together, and what's left is to put on the binding and the backing. Here's the backing that will go on your table runner. It comes in your kit. And this is what it will finally look like when it's all bound and backed. And I would like to show you quickly how you will, what I did for the quilting part of it. So I took every place where the 2 different kinds of fabrics were put together, and I just ran a quick like top stitch kind of. I put the top stitches on both sides of the fabric, and then I left about 1/4 inch and I put another top stitch, and I did that in white. So I did that every place the 2 different fabric pieces came together. I thought it looked really kind of nice. Kind of went along with the lines of the table runner and how it looked. And then the other thing that I did was I came where the brown fabric came, and I went right down the middle. Again, you kind of position your foot so that you take and you go right down the middle. Don't go super, super fast because you want this to be really straight. And I went right down the middle, and then took one side and I went between the seam and between that stitching in the middle. And so then I had a line that went right between those 2. And then on the other side, I did the same thing, so it looks like you have 3 rows of stitches on every row where the columns of the fabric are connected. So that's how I did the quilting, so that it's all straight stitching. You don't have to do any fabric-free motion or anything like that. So you can do any kind of quilting that you want, but I kept it kind of straight because that's what the pattern kind of calls for. But some people are a little more free motion-ish. So that's what I did. I kept the binding mitered corners. So that's a little bit what I did there. And you can kind of see, if you look here, what the pattern on the back. So you can see how that looks, the pattern on the back. So go to www.fabricandfrills.com to get the book, Simple Fun and Quickly Done, and also to order the kit. I think you'll really enjoy this for the holidays. Thank you.